Hey, this is Ish, and in this video I'm going to be unboxing my new Canon M50. I'm going to show you some of the accessories I got, tell you how much I paid, where I got it from, and tell you whether or not I think it's worth still getting this camera going into 2021. So let's get right into it. I'm ready to open it up. So this is the Canon M50. It's actually in this box. So when you get the Canon M50 refurbished, it actually comes in one of these brown boxes. One of the reasons why I got this camera is because Canon does offer a 1-year warranty on it. They inspect the camera before they ship it out, and they go through and I believe they replace any parts if anything's damaged before they send it out. And the price was actually a really good price on it. Got it for $438, and then I actually hasn't come yet because it was out of stock when I bought it, but I actually got the pancake lens, which is the EF M22mm lens. So it's a small little pancake lens. Should be coming in the next couple of days, so I probably might just add it into this video later on. But that one, I actually got that lens. It runs for $250, but getting it refurbished and on sale, I was able to get it for $135. So this plus I also got the kit lens that comes with this set. So these two came up to $438. Then plus with the pancake lens, which is the EF M22, all together, that comes up to $600. So two lens and a Canon M50 all refurbished for $600, when you can go to Best Buy and get the regular Canon M50. You can find it for $550 to $600, and if you're looking at the M50 Mark II, looking at $650. So to be able to get two lenses for $600 is a good deal in my opinion. That's why I went with this one. So I'm going to do the unboxing right now. So a lot of bubble wrap inside. So this is the actual body. These papers were actually inside of the main box already. So the manual and everything, they came inside of the bigger box right here. M50. And even though I seen it in the store before I bought it, it's still just striking just how small this is. Like if you look at it, this is my hand. It just like literally fits right in the palm of my hands. It's just crazy how small it is. I'm looking at it, so it's pretty small. So right now I'm actually shooting on my phone, so the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, and then I use like a monitor to be able to see myself. I'm actually using a rear facing camera on my cell phone. And then in here, I'm gonna put this back down. I have a battery, and it comes with a Canon strap, and then there's also the charger. And there's nothing else in this box. So I got the camera body, the charger, the strap, and the battery. These all come within the box, the main box. And then this is actually the lens. So in here it has the product warranty, some more papers, and then this is the actual lens inside of here. So a lot of bubble wrap to be popping later. And then wow, yeah, you can see just how small the lens is. So you can see right on the front, it says right on the front, you can see it says Canon. So this is one of the reasons why I want to shoot from, I upgrade it, because shooting from the phone, it can be hard to really get the framing and everything. So I'm actually using my ring light to hold my cell phone right now. If you want to see the ring light that I'm using, I'll link it in the top right corner of the video if you want to see the ring light that I'm using. But that's one of the reasons why I just wanted to upgrade, is that I wanted something that was more easy to use, like the Canon M50 now. It has that flip out screen. So as you can see, it's the ability to just flip it out and be able to see yourself when recording. Then I wanted something that had the interchangeable lens. So right there, I can actually put the lens on. So what I'm going to do is snap it on. So yeah, that's the lens. And then it comes on here. So So the way it works is you have to line up the white dot on the cameras. There's a white dot there, if you can see it. See, my phone's not focusing like that, like the way I would like, but there's a white dot in there. And then put it together, then you just snap it in. And then to release it, you just press this button, and then that releases the lens. So I got some other products from Amazon that I'm going to show and unbox, but first I want to let this be the last video that I make using my cell phone. I want to get the Canon M50 up there and be able to check it out and see for myself how it all looks. So let me charge the battery. I got the Amazon box right here. So this is the SanDisk Extreme. So this is the one I got for my camera. So I'm going to put this in the camera. I'm going to load the battery, charge the battery, and then I'm going to come back and show you how this looks compared with the phone. Alright, so let me turn it on and put the actual camera on. Alright, so press and hold lens switch. So now I'm going to record and see what the video looks like. I'll put it up on the screen. Alright, so I'm recording now with the Canon M50. I got it going on. Wow. So I got it going on right here on the phone and then on the actual screen. So yeah, it's pretty cool. This is all auto. I think the picture's coming out a lot more clear. So I'm going to have to mess around with the settings. So I'm going to need to take a look at it. But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm looking right here at the actual screen just to tell what the picture looks like, but it's from just looking at the screen, it looks a lot more clear than what I've been shooting with on my phone. Yeah, so I think I like the look of it. I can see like a little bit of the background. It looks like it's already blurred out. Yeah, it looks like the background's blurred out, but I can tell that I'm like in focus. Like the camera's really keeping me in focus. So yeah, alright, so I'm gonna switch over, switch the camera over there. 3, 2, 1, I'm going to switch. Hey, so I'm using the Canon M50. I got it set up right now. I'm using Neewer 18-inch ring light to be able to light up myself because it is dark where I'm at. So this is how it looks with it set up on the tripod. What do you think? How does it compare to a phone? Is it an upgrade? From what I can tell, looking at the screen, yeah, it's clear, it's sharp. I'm using right now the sound directly from the Canon M50, but I'm going to show you some of the accessories that I got. So one of the accessories that I got to go with the Canon M50 was this JK Gorilla Pod, so by Joby. I'm going to open it right now. This is how it came from Amazon. It's still in the wrapping. So this is actually the Joby 3K Kit Gorilla Pod. As you can see, it has the camera right on the top and it holds it. There's different places that you can mount the camera to. Also got, this is 2 extra batteries from, these are the LPE2 batteries. I'm going to see if it can let it focus. Yep, so there's the 2 batteries. Extra ones that I got to use with the Canon M50 because I know that in having cameras before, batteries are important to have. I think when you have a camera, the 2 important things that you need is having the SD card, and then the next thing is having a battery. Because one thing, it sucks to be shooting and then the camera says you're out of memory, or the camera says the battery's about to die. So that pretty much sucks. So the other one that I got too, just for battery life, and to make sure I got enough power in there, is right here. This is the adapter. So this is the RISE-UP, and it lets you be able to plug in directly to the Canon M50. So when I'm at home like I am right now, or I want to just plug it in and not worry about having to take these batteries in and out. This is something that I can use. I saw different reviews about it. This was the one that they recommended, so I will put the link in the description. The other thing that I got to use with the Canon M50 is I got a microphone. This kit, so this is actually, I got this about a couple months ago, but I knew that it worked well. It's the Movo VXR10. So if you have your cell phone, this is actually pretty cool because this is like a hand mount that you hold, and then the microphone sits right on top of it. So I actually have the microphone right here. So the microphone sits on top, but this is actually pretty cool. So when you're videoing, you can actually hold it. It has a strap here. You put your hand inside, and then you can just be able to video right along here, be able to video yourself, and then the microphone's facing you, so that way they can hear everything. So all of this comes in this package, the Movo VXR10, which I'll link in the description. But the microphone, reason why I got it, because the microphone can be used with the Canon M50. So this actually comes with, when you get this kit, it actually comes with the cord to use with the cell phone. There's a special cable that you can use with the Canon M50, and then there's a, or Canon M50 or any camera really, and or you could use another cord that they have that you can use with your cell phone. So that's why I got it. Or if you just want to get the mic by itself, you can get the mic by itself. So I actually ended up getting this kit. But if you just want it to use with the Canon M50, you can get it just by itself. So in a couple of moments, I'll show you how the sound is like with the Movo VXR10, because I want to see how it sounds too, how it is going into the Canon M50. So those were the main things that I got to go with the Canon M50. Like I said, I do have the EFM 22mm, which is a pancake lens, a prime lens that mounts directly to the Canon M50. That should be coming pretty soon. I ended up getting the Canon M50 refurbished from Canon Store Direct that has the 1-year warranty. So I got it for about $435. I'll list the prices here on the screen. And then I also got the, like I said, I got the, it came with the kit lens, and I also got the EFM 22mm, which was about $135. And if you look at the Canon M50 right now, for example, going to Best Buy or Amazon, it retails for around $550 to $600, depending on what sales they have at the moment. And then if you're looking at the Canon 50 Mark II, that ranges for around $650. Is the price, because the Canon M50 Mark II just came out. So when I was actually debating which camera to get, I knew that the Canon M50 Mark II was coming out. So I waited and kind of wanted to see what the specs were and see if that was worth getting. And then when I saw the specs, it really was, I looked at it and I didn't think it was worth the extra money for me, because you can go into more of the specs, but really allows you to shoot vertical video. It does give you the clean HDMI. It has improved autofocus, where it has eye detect autofocus, and a couple other features, but it wasn't that much of a game changer for me to be able to say, hey, you know, let me invest and pay the extra $100 or $200 compared to getting the refurbished Canon M50 that I have right now, because I really just wanted something to upgrade over shooting with my cell phone. Because when you shoot with the cell phone, I've done it before in that Neewer video. I shot that entire video with my cell phone, and the thing that I kind of noticed when shooting with the cell phone is the cell phone, of course, the best camera on your cell phone is usually the rear facing camera. So with the rear facing camera, that you have to have the phone basically turned this way towards you, because you can't see the screen. So I would actually mirror my screen to like a secondary screen, for example, a TV or my computer monitor. And with that, the issue that I had is that the monitor is kind of off to the side. Even when I put it in front of you, it's still hard to really see and make sure that you're in frame all the time. So that was an issue that I had. And then also this, if you look right here, this is my older cell phone actually, but the lens itself is pretty small. So when you have the lens sitting far away from you, for example 3 to 4 feet away, attached to the Neewer ring light where I had it, and then you have this big ring light, it can be hard to make sure that you're looking directly in the lens, is what I found. Some people may find it easier to look into the lens, but it's just so small. And then on the newer cameras, of course, you have 2 or 3 different lenses, so it's like, all right, gotta make sure, what am I going to say, and then lock in to that lens on the camera and make sure that you're in focus. So I just wanted the Canon M50. The reason why it made sense for me, because when I looked at the videos, the 1080p was clear. I thought it was pretty clear. It was pretty sharp. People that had it seemed to be in focus. I know 4K is where everything is going, and this camera does shoot 4K, but from everything that I read and looked at, it's not as usable as the 1080p because it does crop in, and then you do lose that dual pixel autofocus. So I did know that going in. And there were some other cameras that I looked at, for example the Canon M6 Mark II, which is a really nice camera as well. The only issue that I had with the M6 Mark II is that it has the flip up screen instead of the flip out screen, which isn't a deal breaker. You can always do a relocation mount for the mic so it doesn't block the screen. So that was really the only issue that I had with the M6 Mark II. It's also more expensive than the Canon M50, and it does shoot in 4K. But again, for me, I didn't know how much I was going to be able to use 4K at this point. I know my computer can handle 4K, but it would be larger files, require more memory space. And even though my computer can handle it, doesn't mean it would just be as smooth editing. For example, a 10 to 15 minute clip, cutting everything up and putting it in and trying to export it up to YouTube. So I really just thought that this was at least a good entry-level camera because it has the interchangeable lenses. It does have the flip out screen, and it fit within my price range. Looking at what camera works best for you, you have to look at what your requirements are and what you're looking for. I know the Sony ZV-1 has a flip out screen as well, but the thing that was kind of issue with me with the Sony ZV-1, it doesn't have the record limit, which is great, which was something that I was looking for. But something that I really wanted was an interchangeable lens camera. And I know Canon with the M50 and the M line, the future of the M line is up in the air. But at least to get started, I figured the price and to be able to get for $600 this camera and another lens, that was a good entry-level cost for at least to me be able to see how much I actually do use this camera. And then also just looking at, how much do I use, for example, the viewfinder on the Canon M50, because the Canon Mark VI II has a viewfinder, but it comes as a separate attachment. The Sony ZV-1, I believe, doesn't have a viewfinder. So at least that's why I think the Canon M50 still today is one of the good cameras that's out there, and why it's still so popular, and why Canon thought it was so great that they decided to make it twice. I wanted a camera that just, one, took good video, good quality video. I knew when I set it up I'm going to be in focus, and I wanted a camera that could take great pictures, all that kind of fit within my price range, and just to get me started as a beginner camera. I think if you're more advanced, you've already had a couple different cameras, then you can look into some of the more expensive cameras. For me, since I had this camera, which is the PowerShot, I had this camera for a number of years. It's a Canon. I actually got it off of eBay, and it was really great, but as phone started to improve and the quality of the video and the pictures on phone improved, I stopped using this less and less and still started relying more on my phone. But as I wanted to start getting into more video again and doing YouTube, I figured this was the next upgrade that I wanted to get into and to use, and it fit within my price range, which made it pretty well just for these sit down talk videos. But as I go forward, I'm looking into getting an action camera that can do 4K, so that way when I do travel, when I do go somewhere, I know I'm getting good quality 4K footage and then also looking to get like a 4K drone just to get those aerial shots. So this for me was just a part of the equation. So I didn't want to spend, for example, getting something that's a full frame, more expensive, when this is just like one part of like 3 parts of what I'm trying to do, which is, you know, use action camera. Uses action camera for when I'm out. I do like bike videos on my bike, exploring new trails. So that's where I would like want an action camera, want something even smaller than this, just attached to my bike, just to kind of get those shots as I'm traveling around, getting those hyperlapses, and then something like a drone just to get those aerial shots of the trail. So this would be more for this type of video where I'm sitting down and talking. So I think when you look at your YouTube setup, you got to look at what type of videos that you're trying to do. If you're just trying to do a sit down talk video, then you would want something like the Canon M50, or really better, depending on like the quality that you want and what you're trying to capture and the message that you're trying to get across. But I think the important thing is making sure that you have something that you're comfortable with and sitting down and talking in front of. And this, just so far in using it, compared to when I use my cell phone, this feels like a lot more comfortable just with the setup, being able to clearly see the lens, being able to look directly into the lens, being able to talk, and then being able to look right over there and to see, hey, you know, I'm in focus, I know everything's good, and then remain on the content. So if you're new to my channel's focused on travel, experiences, and fun. My name is Ish. I'm excited to use the Canon M50. I definitely plan to do just maybe a couple more reviews on it. Definitely explain what works and what doesn't work. Definitely try to learn it. The videos on my channel, majority of them going forward, I'm definitely going to try to incorporate the Canon M50 wherever I can. Like I said, I'm going to get a drone in the future, get an action camera, so definitely plan to use this camera going forward. If I do an upgrade at some point, I'll let you know, but this is the camera I plan to use. So right now, real quick though, I'm going to hook up the Movo VXR10, and let's see what it sounds like with the Movo VXR10 plugged in. Alright, so I have the Movo VXR10 hooked in. How does it sound? How does it sound compared to when I had the just coming straight out? Again, as far as settings though, with the camera, I haven't changed anything with the settings. This is on auto, and even with the Movo VXR10, I haven't changed everything. But watching YouTube video, I know there are better settings to use. So, but just straight out the box, just plugging in the microphone, this is exactly how it sounds with the Movo VXR10 microphone. So it's attached right on top of the Canon M50. And then one thing that I did forget to open this up. So let me open up the Joby real quick for whoever wants to see it. And then I will put the full setup on the screen. So it has this cover. Wow, and this is actually it's actually pretty. I thought it would be pretty bigger, but this is the 3K, so it has these extendable legs. So I will give a full video or get a full picture of what this whole setup looks like. But it does have the leveler on here. So this is actually pretty cool. Yeah, it's a pretty cool setup. So if you want to go vlogging, ideally, I've seen this before where people bend it and then you're able to go vlogging with it. If you're looking for how to edit videos, I actually put together little tutorials on Adobe Premiere Elements, how I edit my videos. So if you're looking for a software on how to use it, then check it out. But my name's Ish. Thanks for checking out this video. Hit the like, subscribe button, and give me a comment if you use the Canon M50. Let me know what you think. If you're looking at other cameras, let me know what other cameras you're thinking about. Or if you've had experience with the Canon M50, tell me what your experience has been like. But my name is Ish, and I challenge you to go out there and have a new experience today.